Boating 52 with you folks. Let me tell you the 5 things that I love about my 2018 Harley Davidson Limited after 2,000 miles. Stay tuned. So one of the things I really like about the 2018 Ultra Limited is the storage capacity. Whether it's going away for a weekend, whether it's going on a week-long trip, you have a room in this bike. So let me show you. Obviously both there's saddlebags on both sides of the motorcycle. You can see that there is a lot of room in here. We just happen to keep a couple sets of rain gear in here, some tools down in here. This really is deep for sure. So tons and tons of space in here. We use that usually for stuff that we're not going to take out all the time. And then of course here on the driver's side, same deep saddlebags. Gloves and everything else is what I normally will keep in there that I can get to quickly. You know, the best thing about this is obviously the touring pack. I had a 2016 Street Glide Special and really upgraded really for the comfort and the touring. So one of the great things about this tour pack is one, it does have a luggage rack, so you can put luggage on there. Still have yet to get that, but I plan on that as I'm taking a trip in July. I know a lot of folks for 100, 150 bucks can get a good piece of luggage that ties onto this, straps on well, and they say it takes up to about 20 pounds, I believe, but we'll see. The other thing I like about this touring pack is we do normally wear full face helmets. So when we get out, if we're going into a restaurant or somewhere away for time and don't want to take our helmets in with us, they actually will fit both in here. As you can see, this is 2 full face helmets. So there is plenty of space in here, as you can see. And this is actually awesome area. You know, this is for paperwork. Keep registration stuff in there. A little place here I usually keep sunglasses. There is a power port on this motorcycle. A lot of folks use this organizer that you can put up here. Helps you put, you know, whether it's tissues, sunglasses, sunglass cleaner, brushes for the ladies, etc. They'll put that in there. But I will tell you, if you have that in here, and it goes about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches out, you can't close with both helmets in here. But other than that, if you don't have your helmets in here, another full place to be able to pack for a trip. So it's really, really pretty awesome. So between both saddlebags, the luggage rack, and a tour pack, there's enough room on this motorcycle to take it for a great long trip. One of the other items I really like about this motorcycle is the comfort. In addition to the comfort of the passenger, because my wife rides on the motorcycle on trips with me a lot, she does not have her own motorcycle, is extremely comfortable for her. And let me show you a little bit about the passenger seat. So as you can see, here's the passenger seat. Plenty of room in here. I actually use this backrest for myself. My wife also likes that. It feels like it gives her a place to kind of snug up to, if just makes her feel a little more secure. But we had a 16 Street Glide Special and she loves this. There are controls right here so she can help control the radio, which can be a problem. And you can see that both speakers are here.
So she gets plenty of music as we're riding, and according to her, it is just super comfortable. There are foot pegs for floorboards for the rider, which are right here, and she's a super big fan of how comfortable she is on this motorcycle. So I will tell you that put your significant other on the back of this and they'll tell you nothing but this is luxury.
So from a driver perspective, I am 6'3", and as you can see, I have plenty of room on the motorcycle. Extremely comfortable. It sits right for me. I have installed some highway pegs so I can get my feet out, as you can see, but plenty of room. I do have a driver's backrest that I use, especially on long trips. Sometimes if I'm just jotting around town, I actually have that thing out because I feel like I have more room being 6'3" with that off the bike. But I will tell you, just from a room perspective, as you can see, it's extremely comfortable to ride. I don't feel cramped. I do know that the Road Glide gives you a little more room from a taller guy, but I was just not a fan of the Road Glide compared to this Ultra Limited. So if you are thinking that I am a taller person, and is there enough room on that thing, even if you're a bigger guy or a bigger gal or whatever, I'm telling you, you are going to feel very comfortable on this bike. And I would encourage you to go, if you're in the market, to go ride one and bring your significant other or somebody that may ride on the back, because I think you're going to find it's extremely comfortable ride for both.
Let's talk about controls. I really do like the controls on the 2018 Ultra Limited, and let me show you just a little bit. So, normal Harley boombox. You can see a fuel gauge, speed, tack, battery, right? Has the normal 2018 boombox. It's not the one that came out in 2019, but I actually do like this one myself here. So I'll just go ahead and turn this on. We'll get the Harley warning. I will tell you that the normal lights on this machine is here. So those are your normal day runnings, and this is what it looks like in the back of the motorcycle. So what I like to do, and I'll just kind of walk through this with you. So this left panel here will turn your volume up and down. This right here is your cruise control. One in sets it, down gets it going. Left turn blinker. Horn, you ready? All right. And then right here is there actually bright lights. So we'll go ahead and turn those on. All right, so you can see we got a little bit brighter, but also these running, our high beam lamps aren't on. So from a control perspective, that would be right here. And now you can see we are lit up. I will tell you, this thing is fantastic at night. You can see plenty, so no worries about that. A lot of people run those all day long regardless. I may start doing that. Okay. The right is the on-off. This starts, hazard lights, right turn signal, right control. So this will help you throttle through, for instance, stations. So this here is information. Go ahead and hit that. It will tell you, if there's any problem with the oil temperature, and as well as what's the temperature outside. So it's obviously 61 degrees in my garage. So those are the controls. It also has a little compartment here which has a USB if you want to go ahead and load a map, charge your phone, or I actually tuck up the garage door opener in there. And over here on this side, right here, there is a cigarette lighter. So you could go ahead and use that as well for charging your phone or whatever. So the controls on this thing are actually Nice. Let me go ahead and get on it so you can see it. This motorcycle has the normal navigation, map, points of interest, where the dealerships are, where you want to go if you want to put an address in there, where you've been recently, and then of course an emergency. Also has a menu so you can import maps that you can run off of the Harley site. So most folks will tell you that they're not fans of the boombox. From my perspective, I have never had a problem with it. I like it. You can see media, happens to have my iPhone on there. You can also hit tuner, go through all the AM, FM stations, as well as a weather band. Has some comms set up, so this bike does have the ability and a port in the back. And right here for a headset, I happen to use Senna's, so I don't need that. But you can see it has navigation. It's really a fantastic control center from my perspective. I also bought one of these Zero phone holders. I happen to put that in here, as you can see. Kind of tighten that down, and I still have full control of all my blinkers, horn, lights, cruise, etc. So it really works out well for me. I don't like putting it on the throttle side of the motorcycle, so that's where I have it. But from a controls perspective, I will tell you, I like it. No complaints at all. I think you'll like it as well.
Another thing that I really like about the Limited is the ability to just really ride smooth, take twisties. In my Street Glide Special that I had, I thought since that was a smaller bike that it would be better handling than this big touring model. But I will tell you what, the Ultra Classic does well, as you can see, just taking these turns and curves and twisties, and I have never felt like it could handle anything different. Actually, I think it's a little bit better than my Street Glide Special. Whether it's the additional 107 Milwaukee 8 motor in it, or what I think is one of the biggest pluses about this motorcycle, especially from a riding perspective, is I just think the suspension is night and day from the 2016. So super excited about that. I will tell you, this bike handles well. It handles well 2-up. I happen to be out on my own today for a ride, but really happy with how this thing handles. So you definitely can't go wrong with handling on the 2018 Ultra Limited.